absolute cream of the crop, top tier, extremely rare stuff, crafted stuff. And then there's going to be all of the heavily desired, almost top tier stuff. And that's the stuff that they're focusing on really getting out of the system, because it's going to drop more often, but it's still going to be very powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, how do we convince people to scrap it? How do we pull that out of the economy so that the only stuff that's maybe sort of stockpiling is the ultra rare stuff, and people have that equipped and are using it on main characters.
Right. One of the solutions, crafting.
Yeah. Speaking of crafting, so Bashek actually went more into set items and how they're I don't know, acquired. So set items are now legendaries, defined by a set bonus, which is kind of interesting. So you'll have a bunch of different legendaries that are all like have the same set bonus, and that's what makes them the set.
Yeah, that part I don't really understand.
I've seen other games that, like, if it's doing it the way I think it is, I've seen other games that are like that. So it won't all be like Sigyn's armor, Sigyn's helmet, Sigyn's boots, Sigyn's shield. It'll be like, all these items, but they all have the same set bonus, which, gets amplified by the number you have. Anyways, so while you're leveling, they're crafted items, which you will find the recipes for, and the recipe will have all the items in the set. So you'll find the recipe for the entire Sigyn set, and you can start building it one piece at a time, kind of deal, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, totally.
I was actually thinking that with the set items, you'd have to find each of the recipes for each of the items, and then you'd have to make them all, and just the chances of getting an entire set is just like complete crap. So why even bother anymore? This is sweet.
Because that would suck just as much as having to just hope that the pieces drop.
Right.
Well, it's almost even worse.
It's almost worse.
You have to hope, and then you have to make them, which is, so that's really cool. You find the recipe for the whole set, and then you start making them one piece at a time, and it makes it, I don't know, it feels like it's actually worth investing in, because you have the whole set right there. So it's like, all right, I'm just going to clear this area a whole bunch of times and just shard or whatever, salvage everything to make this set.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. And then at max level, there will be the traditional style of set pieces just dropping normally.
In addition to the recipes.
In addition to recipes, yeah.
What's really kind of fascinating to me, and what you just said is, actually a little bit of news to me. I didn't realize the set parts could be crafted, so that's actually really excellent. But when you look at the specialty mods that came out for Diablo 2, more specifically the Median XL one, the big one that everyone played for a little bit, is that is actually one of the ways that they extended the way that the economy could work within the game. Was you could actually take unique items and things and break them down into shards and utilize them for either enhancing whatever weapon or item you're talking about, or making something new via the crafting system that was developed there. And so what it seems to me is that they took an idea like that and they just took it a whole step further than what, all of these other things ever did with it. And I think that's kind of the beauty of what Blizzard tends to do, is they take a good idea and they make it great. They actually implement it in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of the things that just sort of ran across my brain is I'm excited about the crafting. I'm one of those people who enjoys
me too.
Those kind of like button pushing, menial, boring mini game. I kind of like them. I like gathering stuff, and I like collecting things and making stuff. And one of the things that disappoints me when I play Diablo 2 is I'll get something nice, but it'll be like, oh, I got another bow. Well, I don't really plan on playing an Amazon anytime soon, and there's not really any way to sell it, and my friends all play way more than me, so they don't need it. And so, it's like, now I can make use of it. So even getting something good, you're always getting something out of it.
Oh, I'm so horny.
Thanks for letting us know.
Well, on that
Diablo
note,
3.
BlizzCon beta
Oh,
and BlizzCon.
That's right. Jay also said 1,000 BlizzCon, the 1,000 keys they gave away randomly at BlizzCon 2010 will be sent out as soon as beta is announced.
Because everybody's been wondering what happened to that 1,000.
That's right.
The chosen few.
I'm getting one of them.
And I believe BlizzCon tickets are this Thursday for the first round.
What?
Is it? May 5th?
No.
Isn't that
No, it's like May.
It's mid-May.
May 20 something.
mid-May? 25th?
I don't know. Let's look it up right now so we don't perpetuate false information.
Like
May 21st and 25th.
There you go.
So 5.
I was gonna say editing job.
and they're quite a bit more expensive than they were before.
$175
Yeah.
U.S. monies.
And $500 if you want the benefit dinner ticket,
Yeah. If you're
which I do not.
No, just give me the $175 ticket and I'll be good. They go on sale Saturday, May 21st, 10 a.m. and Wednesday, May 25th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Both instances. So yeah, and then those chosen few will get their beta keys with betas announced.
It's 10 a.m. Pacific. I don't think I'll be able to record the podcast unless you want to record it while I'm in line.
We can do that. We can do a waiting show. We're all sitting
that's what
here
all
waiting
shows
to
were.
purchase
Skype
tickets.
is going to add like milliseconds of
Oh, that's
latency
true.
onto the connection.
Can't have anything running but the store page.
I was gonna say I thought that's what the whole podcast was, a waiting show.
I did
don't think anyone's gonna be
I did a
broadcasting when the
deflag,
game's out.
fresh boot. All I've got open is one tab in my browser. Everything else is just at to bare minimum. Taking the router out, I'm straight into the modem.
Exactly.
Nice.
No interference. Let's get tickets. Another news, just some other little tidbits. Level 60 characters can do Magic Find, but it's a secondary thing. Secondary to what? I don't know.
Obviously, it's not leveling.
Yeah.
That kind of worries me. Like, how are you gonna Magic Find? Like, are we gonna be decked out in Magic Find gear again?
I hope not.
By saying it's a secondary thing, it makes it sound almost like it's a, I don't know, mode or something. So secondary thing, that makes it sound it's like, like crafting is a secondary thing. So I don't know what context he's using that in. Does that just mean sort of the herp derp, like, yeah, going out and farming crap? Technically that's magic finding and technically that's secondary. Or is it a mode? Is it a sort of feature that you turn on in some way? And so I'm kind of thinking, for the longest time, my gut hunch has been it's going to be something like shrines, and maybe it is. It's something like shrines, but you can only activate them after you've completed certain milestones, and then now you've got the Magic Find shrine for this area. Maybe random chance of turning on. You start up a new game, and it randomly selects a zone that you've met the criteria for and says, okay, it's Magic Find over in the Burning Steps right now. And you go, and that would be another way of encouraging people to play through sort of
Different areas
that
replaying.
wouldn't necessarily be min-max best for farming.
Well, I tell you, the strange thing to me is taking the idea of, oh, this is a secondary function. Well, it late game, and there's no reaching a level
When
99
there is
cap
no
anymore.
more primary function.
Right. What is the primary function? Is that's really what makes me wonder. Is it just a slip up in wording, or is it, hey, there actually is another primary goal here, but we're not going to tell you just yet?
Yeah, that's what I gathered from it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Not to mention, we still, of course, have more of an emphasis on PvP this go around than we've ever seen before in any Diablo game.
Right.
And even so far as having a rank system to support it, even though it obviously will probably never be an esport, and I'm perfectly okay with that, it's still kind of interesting to imagine just what all is left in store that's, not being revealed just yet.
Lots.
And sort of bouncing off of that, Bashiok's comments about, we're okay with introducing new items in order to keep the economy in line. It kind of makes me go, well, what about the power curve? And, well, does that mean that there's potentially something at 60 that, with the stuff that's available at end game out of the box, will be nigh impossible? so that there is still room for a difficulty curve, for